Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is TVZ time in New York City between our Teal Terran B-Breed and a red Zerg timbobreedslice. This game gonna be played on Curious Minds, which is one of the shorter maps in the new map pool. Not as short as, let's say, Beckett Industries, but still relatively short compared to the likes of Pride of Alteris or Glittering Ashes. And B-Breed going for the low ground wall, kind of an interesting choice. Some might say it's even a curious choice. But maybe that's for just a faster path for the Reaper to get across the map. Maybe he wants this wall off earlier for the expansion. In general, it's probably a pretty safe opening up against timbobreedslice, who always goes for the hatchery first, followed by gas and pool. And it looks like he's even going for a fast third, which is kind of crazy. We'll see if that pays off for him. It's going to take a few minutes for the extra larva and income to really kick in, but once it does, it would benefit Timbo quite a bit. First Reaper on the way. Overlord's gonna take a little look-see, gonna spot this, gonna spot the expansion, and then he's gonna make its way over to this little perch area. But B-Breed's gonna be aware of it. He's gonna have the option to lift off and snipe that Overlord. We'll see if he does that. Reaper making its way across the map. However, Lings are on the way already, so let's see if this Reaper is going to be able to find any damage. I don't think so. The Lings start nibbling already, and the Reaper goes down. Oh, abysmal control by B-Breed. Let's just call it now. It's a GG. B-Breed is going to fall in game number 1. But he's not going to tap out just yet. This Overlord preemptively trying to get away, anticipating the liftoff from B-Breed, so might actually get away. Let's see. This Marine looks a little confused. He came out here, not sure what he's doing. SCV along for the ride as well for some reason. The Overlord juking and jiving is able to survive for now. And uh-oh! No, you gotta get out of there! Might end up going down after all. Oh, maybe not. Maybe. This is the most exciting early game I have ever witnessed. This Overlord dodging. And oh, it's gonna get on the perch again, but oh, the liftoff from the factory, and yeah, this Overlord finally gonna go down. Oh, that was exhilarating. I've never felt more alive. Timbo going for a good number of queens. He's got his creep spread going pretty nicely. And let's talk about this production tab for a moment. B-Breed's got so much going on, and Timbo only just now starting his 20 lings. He was just like, you know, twiddling his thumbs or something, not spending his money. But alright, starting some lings now, that's fine. I'm not really sure why he decided to go for that many lings, and he's going for more, actually. Perhaps going for a Baneling bust, but then starts off a layer. So kind of doing that half and half thing, which I don't like. I mean, he's committed so much money to these lings now, and I mean, look at the worker count. He's falling behind, and he's not doing anything with them. So this is wasted money. let me do some quick maths for you. 40 lings, that's potentially 20 drones. And would you rather have 40 lings doing nothing or 20 drones mining? That's a no-brainer if you ask me. And, okay, Timbo finally gonna move these guys. Not really sure what he aims to accomplish. I mean, B-Breed's gonna have defenses, which he certainly does, behind a wall. So these 40 lings, they're gonna amount to a whole lot of nada. One ling goes down to the tank, and yeah. Look at this. This is such a waste. And now Timbo is down 10 workers. And just imagine if these were 20 drones. B-Breed, he's sitting on his 3 CCs. He's getting his 1-1 upgrades. He is just building up his city. Getting his starport, getting his armory. What is the armory for? Because he hasn't gotten any Hellions. He hasn't gotten any Widow Mines. So is it just going to be for 2-2 upgrades? Perhaps lines up pretty well. Is the 1-1 going to be finishing shortly? And Timbo only just starting his 1-1. Melee and Carapace, that is. He does have his layer done. He's getting his Bayman speed. Good job. He does forget that sometimes, and it is so infuriating. He is getting it this game. And no additional layer tech to be seen. No Hydralisk Den. No Mutalisk. Spire. I don't know why I said it like that. No Spire. No Infestation Pit. So Timbo's just going for Ling Bane right now, and just Ling rather, as there are no Banes on the field, none in production either. The worker count still criminally close, and that usually means bad news for the Zerg player. And Timbo, he did spot that tiny move out with that one lane. Not really much of a reaction, but he is gonna double confirm just now. So 18 more lings on the way. He needs to morph in some banelings, and I don't think he's gonna be able to get Hydras in time. But actually, hold that thought. B-Breed was just moving out to secure his third, so maybe we're fine. Timbo now sitting on 69 workers. Nice. But that's not quite enough as a Zerg player. And the Hydralisk Den has completed. Starting to work on those Hydralisk upgrades. Does have a macro hatch going down to help him spend the money. Hopefully. Please. Viking doing a little bit of Overlord hunting. Has 3 kills already. Wow! I'd like to see maybe Overlord speed just to protect these Overlord. He's got a lot scattered around the map, and this Viking could potentially get all of them. Now, with the 3rd base secured, gases number 5 and 6 coming down. I think B-Breed is in a pretty solid spot. I wish he would attack, because as we all know, once the Zerg player gets lurkers, B-Breed is toast. Let's see if Timbo decides to go for that. He has had his Hydralisk Den for quite some time now. Not going for a lurker den just yet. He is throwing down the infestation pit. I doubt we're going to see infestors or swarm hosts, so probably just going to be for a hive. B-Breed thinking of moving out, drops a preemptive scan, going to spot this army from Timbo, and I don't like this, streaming in from one angle, going up against a whole lot of tanks, crashing about, I don't know, 10 or more banelings into a tank, and was it worth it, Timbo? Losing everything to get a handful of Marines and a single tank. And now B-Breed continuing forward. He does have his 2-2 now, just completing. And Timbo doesn't have a whole lot left. Some banelings more from the nick of time. Does do a good job getting some of the bio and actually picking off all the tanks. Is he going to be able to hold? It looks like just barely. Both armies going to disengage. Neither player really wants to continue fighting there. So Timbo gonna live to see another day, but B-Breed, his economy is strong. He is just regrouping his units. And can Timbo survive? And yeah, actually that was a pretty easy hold. Alright, so supply count dead even right now. Timbo actually going for an attack of his own. Might get some SCVs with the Beyblades! Oh! 12 SCVs going down. I'd like to see him get out of there. Actually, maybe take out this tank. Maybe? No. Okay, losing a lot of lings on the retreat there. Floating a lot of money once again. You gotta spend that, Timbo. 27 larva. If B-Breed goes for a counterattack, you're in trouble. But he does start up 54 Zerglings. Where are his patented Hydralisks? I don't think a single one has been made. Yeah. No Hydras have taken the field just yet. I'm not sure what was the point of this Hydralisk then. B-Breed. Thinking of some Liberator harass. I'm gonna fly over a Queen, fly over the creep, so Timbo has more than enough heads up. But all he has is Lings and Banes, so Queen's gonna have to try to defend this. Let's see if it's gonna be able to get any damage. It looks like, yeah, at least a few. There's no reaction out of Timbo, letting his workers die. The Hydras do show up to save the day. 5 drones going down, not too bad. But here comes B-Breed again, and his 3-3 almost done. I'd like to see him wait for that before he takes a fight. And Timbo doesn't have a whole lot. I mean, depends on the Baneling connections. Let's see how this goes. Siege tank shots, pretty devastating. And now Timbo's starting 46 more Zerglings. Where are the Ultras? He's had that Ultralist then, but no Ultras, and now he doesn't really have the money for Ultras. This is looking pretty dicey. It's all gonna come down to the fight. Once again, I hope Timbo goes for multiple angles. Looks like he's thinking of setting that up. Not the best execution there, and he kind of not sure what to do over there, and that might cost him this army. Oh no! Not sure why he decided to do that. He has some Lings on the way, still no Ultras, and this is really dire for Timbo, but B-Breed just kind of sitting on his lead, not really capitalizing, allowing Timbo to have a chance to get up to Ultras, which are finally being made. And ooh, look at this, Timbo finally starting to set up a flank, but there are no Banelings with this army. Lings by themselves, not that scary. Of course, these do have adrenal glands, and they do have not 3-3. But Ultra's gonna be coming out shortly. There we go. And is that gonna be the cue for Timbo? Oh, let's see how this goes. An Ultra in the mix, and that's gonna be good enough. The Ultra is very strong against this Terran army. Marines kind of just tickle it. Doesn't have the +3 armor just yet, so not as strong as they could be, but still. I think they have something like 5 armor or something. So very strong, those beefy space cows, but yeah, no banelings in that army definitely hurt Timbo there. He just lost all his lings and all his hydras as well. Remaking them now. And gonna get that liberator with the queen. Nice pick off there. Both players sitting on 70 something workers, a slight lead for Timbo, but of course B-Breed has queens, not queens, mules. But I don't think he's been dropping them. Let's take a look at the energy count. And yeah, look at this. Maxed energy there, maxed energy there. This one has been using it for scans, I guess. And B-Breed needs to send his workers to work. That's also a factor of why he is not mining to his maximum efficiency. And where's Timbo going with his army? No banelings once again. Why no banelings though? And he's gonna run in, get the surround on everything, losing just about all his zerglings. And oh, B-Breed going for a big counter drop in the main. And looks like Timbo might be able to push back this force here, but what does he have up against this? Actually, one spawning ultra might be able to take care of it. Bit of a counterattack with 2 ultras. That's not gonna be enough. Marauders pretty good. They do bonus damage versus armored. And 2 hydras in the middle of the map. Gonna get gunned down. That was brutal. 1 medevac here in the edge of the map has a marine to drop off. And now B-Breed continuing the onslaught, gonna take out almost all the drones at this base. These medevacs pretty low, but not too much on the side of Zerg that can really take those out. These queens need to get to work. Could potentially get 2 of those very red medevacs. Things are looking grim for Timbo now. Down to 56 workers. There we go. This queen doing some work. Wasn't able to get the second one, but does get 1 medevac full of units. And oh no, dropping at this, I don't know what number base this is, but it's going to take so long for the units to run around. B-Breed gonna find himself another 4. Okay, only 4 drones. Thought he could have gotten more, but Timbo in rough shape right now. And he does have his 3-3, chitinous plating, and the ultralisk speed. He's got his adrenal glands, but his economy is in the dumps right now. 52 workers. The main pretty much mined out. Natural getting there as well. This base getting there as well. This base is still healthy. This one too. But he did lose this base, of course. And we do see Timbo quite behind in the supply count. Liberator is picking off some rallying lings and such. Timbo not really remaking any anti-air. Takes a peek at that base, doesn't want to deal with that, and instead streams into the main and natural base of Timbo. And now he's kind of stuck, but B-Breed not gonna come back to defend, instead going for a base trade, it looks like. And a base trade gonna favor the Terran player because of this. He can lift off. And what does Timbo have to shoot up? Not a whole lot. He's got a single Hydralisk. I would have liked to see him leave a few lings just to pick off some of these buildings, but no, he's gonna run back home with everything. And this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the deciding fight, I think. How's it gonna go? Big stim out of B-Breed, but he's trapped on the ramp, and these ultras doing massive splash damage, chomping up all the bio. Oh my god, that was the worst fight imaginable for B-Breed. And his supply just plummeting. Look at that army just a free fall. That's a steeper drop than King the Ka. And now Timbo holding all the cards, seemingly. He did lose a couple bases. His economy still pretty trashy, but he is more than double B-Breed's army supply, and GG gets called. Timbo gonna take a pretty scrappy game number 1. Welcome back. This is game number 2 in this TVZ series between the Teal Terran B-Breed and the Red Zerg, who is currently up 1-0, timbobreedslice. So I just want to say I called it from the very beginning once B-Breed lost that Reaper for free that it was going to be a Zerg victory. And instead they made me cast a 20-minute game when the outcome was already decided. This game number 2 going to be played on the largest map we have currently, called Pride of Alteris. So the shortest map in the last game to the longest map in game number 2. And what's going on here? 2 drones were moving out. Going with the buddy system there. B-Breed once again doing the low ground barracks. Don't mind that on this map whatsoever. And Timbo doing the usual. So it's gonna take a while for things to get started. Let's talk about this map a little bit. We've got the natural base over here, then we gotta go down another ramp for the potential 3rd bases. And then down yet another ramp for the main area of the map. We've got a cheeky little gold base here, and it's worth noting that this gold base has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mineral patches. Usually gold bases only have 6. This is 8. So might be a worthwhile endeavor for either player to go for that base. And there are a lot of bases on this map. There's the main base, natural base, 3rd and 4th base, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9 bases on each player's side of the map. So this map can definitely make for some long games, and usually that favors the Zerg player. So let's see how B-Breed deals with this. First Reaper gonna make its way into the Zerg base. Lane's already coming out. You're gonna be able to shoo that Reaper away. Not gonna be able to get it this game. And Overlord flirting with death here, and even if it gets away to safety up here, B-Breed can always fly his barracks. So Overlord's gonna try to get away. No! Blah, 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 blah. Big mistake from Timbo there, losing that early Overlord. That means he loses the frontal scout. He's gonna be in the dark for a bit. This Overlord making its way to the back of the Terran base, could fly into the main later on to get a scout, but not too much going on over here. But ooh, look at this! Hidden starport. B-Breed going for a cheeky battle cruiser opening. And that's certainly one way to deal with this large map. Just teleport across. We're gonna find a Ling out there. Once again, putting Timbo in the dark. And I would like to see B-Breed patrol some Marines out here to deny the scout. Because a big part of this battlecruiser build is to keep it hidden. Timbo setting up his 3 bases. He's got not a whole lot of queens. He's got 3 more on the way, but currently just sitting on 4? Where are the other 2? Oh, there they are. So 4, not too bad. Now 5, 6, and 7 coming along. So 7 queens can absolutely deal with a battlecruiser if they are all together. But he's gonna have to identify that. And I do see that he lost that Overlord, so how far did he get? Let's take a look at his vision. Not far enough. So Timbo still has 0 idea. That's gonna be bad. Battlecruiser about 2/3, 3/4 of the way done. Yamato cannon coming along as well, so that implies B-Breed is gonna go for more than 1 battlecruiser this game. Timbo might be in some trouble. Needs to identify this quickly and group up his queens. But it doesn't look like that's happening. He does have some spores coming down, and that's handy. But here comes the battlecruiser. In it goes. Spore not quite ready, so battlecruiser gonna get 3 drones so far. Making its way into the main. Gonna not get a 4th just yet. There we go, 4th. And now the queens have shown up, and they're going to be able to push this back a little bit, but battlecruiser can just go over here to this 3rd location, get another couple drones there. 7 kills so far. As long as it survives, that is totally worth it. Could go home, get repaired up, and come back another time. But Timbo, recognizing that if B-Breed invested so much into the battlecruiser, he probably doesn't have a whole lot else. Drones up behind this, and he's up to 46 with another 6 on the way. Spire on the way. That is exactly what you want to deal with battlecruisers. You do not want Hydralists in this situation. It's just so hard to chase the battlecruisers. If they just bounce from high ground to low ground, Hydras are never going to catch it. So Spire is a good idea, but then he does throw down the Hydralist, and why, Timbo? Why go for both? Going for a 4th base as well. Gonna need more drones, 6 more on the way. He's making a lot of structures right now. More spore crawlers, a couple evolution chambers, macro hatchery, hydra den. Timbo doing a whole lot at once. And now his worker count 52. That's not bad compared to the 40 of B-Breed, but Timbo is down on overall supply. Some Hellions on the side of B-Breed could potentially wreak havoc. This battlecruiser still roaming around the map, gotten a couple overlords it looks like, and B-Breed's still producing battlecruisers. He's got another one over here, 3rd one on the way as well. B-Breed's 3rd base coming along as well. But aside from that, 3 battlecruisers and a few Marines, single tank, Widow Mine, some Hellions, kind of a strange army. Then again, Timbo doesn't have much of an army himself. Almost getting that battlecruiser there. That would have been a nice pickoff, but don't think B-Breed would have let that happen. Drop a mule to repair. Nice play there. And Timbo, seeing all that, still not making anything. He's making more drones. Oh no, completely misreading the situation. And this is partially due to the lack of vision. You should always try to have the Xel'Naga Watchtower. Of course, he did lose a lot of overlords, which denied vision. And now he's down 30 supply. The Terran army is coming. And now Timbo starts up 24 Hydras. That is not really what I want to see in this situation. Losing a bunch of his queens for free. Can these Hydras make the difference? I think not. They're just gonna spawn to their deaths, at least these. And look at those Hydras, no! And this Terran army, quite scary. Although this is a good number of Hydras, but it's going to be so hard for them to get close enough to take out this tank. And this Terran army just barreling forward. You just stick to your tanks though, BB. And doing a good job leapfrogging them over. And Timbo's in a bit of trouble right now. Once again, I don't like the Hydra choice. You want something more on the ground to buffer. Usually it would be Lings and Banelings, and out comes all the Hydras to their deaths. GG gets called B-Breed. He's gonna tie things up. Welcome back to the third and I think final game in this series between the Teal Terran B-Breed and the red Zerg Timbo Slice. We are tied up 1 apiece. So this is the deciding map. This map gonna be Berlingrad, another new map, not as big as the last map, not as small as the first map. Kind of a baby bear situation, right in the middle. A couple weird things about this map is these rocks and minerals here, the frontal ramp. Both third base locations equally viable. However, this base has these rocks up here and a few attack paths. This base a little bit more secure, I think. I think I would go for this base most of the time. B-Breed once again going for that low ground barracks. Timbo once again going for the hatchery. So not a lot going on. Let's take a look at some of these additional rocks they can break. Free up the path. Open up this ramp. Open up this path a little bit. We got some dogs on the map. At least, is that a dog? Well, I mean, this is another planet, right? So Might not be a dog, but something similar. First Overlord gonna take some bullets to its carapace, but should be able to get away. And B-Breed gonna be dropping down his command center. A bit misplaced, but he can lift that off. No biggie. We've got a double gas situation. He's going for the factory. And Timbo gonna go for that straight line third base location. Queens are on the way. Got some Zerglings on the map already. 2 more behind this, but no Reaper. And B-Breed actually lifting his barracks and flying all the way out just to get that Overlord. Is it worth it delaying your production so much? And he's gonna land it misplaced. So gonna have to waste more time and energy to correct that. And there we go. He does land it properly this time. And ooh, B-Breed once again going for the BC opening. 2 games in a row. That is cheeky. Let's see if Timbo is going to be able to sniff this out this time. He has an Overlord in position, but it's got a long way to fly to be able to scout this. Timbo currently sitting on 4 queens. That's not bad, but he does need a few more. And he has 1 more popping. There it goes. So 5 now. 5 is technically enough to deal with the battlecruiser, but it's going to require some transfusions. Ideally, you'd like a couple more. Don't see any spores. We don't see a layer. Ling speed just about to finish. Baneling nest kind of early, I think. So is Timbo going for some kind of Baneling bust? That probably won't be too successful with a tank already in position and a second one coming out. So these Lings from Timbo, once again 18 of them, could have been 9 drones. And more on the way as well. Oh no, what is you doing, Timbo Slice? What is happening? And he's going for a layer at the same time. I don't really understand the motivation behind this. It's kind of pointless. And he's going to run across the map. He's going to get shelled by the tank, and he's going to back off. And this battlecruiser warping in. Going to get some drones already. Timbo trying to collect all these queens, but gonna lose 1 right off the bat. And 4 queens not gonna be enough to deal with a battlecruiser, even with transfusions. Battlecruiser can't just kill everything. So trying to get a spore crawler. He's got money in the bank, but doesn't know what to do with it. Trying to go for a Baneling bust at the front, but 2 tanks should be able to crush that pretty handily. B-Breed in prime position to take game number 3. Call him Denzel because this is a man on fire. GG gets called, and B-Breed gonna take game number 3. Okay, I thought we were done, but no, we're not. This is now a best of 5 between the Teal Terran, currently up 2 games. It's B-Breed. And the Red Zerg with 1 win. It is timbobreedslice. Got caught with his pants down in the last game. Once again, succumbing to the battle cruiser, but this time just flat out getting bopped by the first battle cruiser. So it's got to be on his mind now. Is B-Breed crazy enough to do it 3 games in a row? Honestly, he might be. So Timbo gonna need to come up with something better. Game number 4 gonna be played on glittering asses. This is a fairly large map as well. And it's one of the worst maps because these minerals don't move at the same speed as the conveyor belt. So what the hell? And now it stopped. What? What? What happened? Huh? This one's still moving. What happened? These are moving. Is it because I lost vision? I don't know. I'm the referee. I should be able to see everything, no? There we go. It's moving again. Oh, and it stopped again. So maybe it's because no units are in range. B-Breed going for the low ground once again, but no Reaper. Going for an early Marine, and this Overlord might get caught. Let's see. Timbo going for a fast triple hatchery. Not super fast as his pool is done. But no transfer, and now his queens are staggered. Link speed is delayed, and just messes with your build to go for this kind of play. I don't love it. We'll see if it pays off for him. Marine looking for that Overlord, but actually it looks like this Overlord gonna be able to get away. Could have gone for this location, but I think he was anticipating that B-Breed would be on top of that, so not a bad play from Timbo. B-Breed, what is this? Going for another cheeky starport. Is he indeed crazy enough to do it thrice in a row? I think he is. That's so crazy, it just might work. And it has a good shot, I think. This Overlord not quite in position to fly in, and even if he did, it would take so long to scout this out. And that is why you should always just preemptively get 9 or so queens. In ZVT, in ZVP, ZVZ probably not, but wouldn't be an awful idea either. Timbo did get an extra 2, but I'd like to see that continue on, especially since he has so much money. And ooh, right on cue, 3 more on the way. Thank you, Timbo. Don't lose to battle cruisers again. He has 5, 3 more on the way. So gonna put him at a nice 8. And that's gonna be enough to defend against that first battle cruiser, even if he doesn't spot it. But once it warps in, it's going to find a few free drones, so ideally you would like to scout it, obviously, and have some spores ready. But Timbo going to be droning up. Doesn't have too many lings on the field. In fact, none, I think. Yeah, I like that. Just keep droning up, keep queening up, keep spending that money. Not quite doing that, but that's okay. I mean, droning up. Got a good number of queens, got some overlords on the way. B-Breed's battlecruiser, about 60% done. And we are just chilling for now. Timbo at a very healthy 46 workers, 45 as he drops a couple more buildings down, 44. But some more popping drones, back up to 48. And here comes the battle cruiser. Let's see where it's gonna go. Let's lock in the camera and zoop into the main this time. Gonna start blasting away. Timbo gonna collect his queens. Only 2 drones going down so far. It's not the end of the world. And here come the queens. A lot of queens. 3 drones going down now. Not that bad. Got a transfuse. Nice. And doesn't get the kill. It's very hard to get the kill, but he's able to hold it off. Makes a bunch more drones. Up to 61 now. His mineral count is through the roof, but uh-oh, look at this. B-Breed going for a very scary marine tank push. And what does Timbo have? He has no idea. Oh no, I think this Overlord should have spotted it, but wasn't paying attention. Now the Terran army is at his doorstep, and he has no army. Oh no, he's got Terran on his creep, and he's not making anything with his 1k 500 bang. In fact, he starts up 8 more drones. Oh god, GG. B-Breed gonna just take the victory just like that. What's up? This is game number 5 in this best of I don't even know anymore series between the Teal Terran, currently up 3 games to 1. It is B-Breed. And the Reds are down 1 game to 3, Timbo Slice. Did a good job defending against the initial battle cruiser, but wasn't ready for the follow-up. Completely misreading the situation, droning up a little too crazily there, had absolutely no army, and just left the game because there was no way he was going to hold that. And now, here we are! Terran is up 3-1. Timbo is up against the ropes. This map going to be played on Hardwire. Once again, one of the medium maps. We got some more rocks over here, more rocks over here. Third base location. I'm not sure which one's better. Probably this one, right? There's only one path. But then again, you can set up flanks a little better here, so I'm not sure. Opening's gonna be virtually identical once again. B-Breed with the low ground barracks, Timbo with the hatch gas pool. Not gonna see an early third this game, right? I don't know. I would like to see him start up an Overlord right now, because he's at 21 out of 22. Gonna need that, and it's better to start that Overlord before you actually need it. There goes the spawning pool, 2 queens, and now he's at 26-28. so he can't really make a whole lot. Would have liked to see that just a little bit earlier. And there we go. Finally see an Overlord there. So Overlord and Marine doing a little dance once again. Looks like this Overlord might get away back here. See some hot micro from both players. Look at this. We've got a Baneling in this test chamber, and we've got a High Templar there. Interesting. There's some kind of Terran research facility, I suppose. And B-Breed once again going for the starport in the back. This madman. Let's see if Timbo is going to be able to counter it this time. Looks like he's going for a 2-base Baneling bust. Ooh, getting a little spicy. Please do not start a layer. If you start a layer, I am going to end this game right now. Just go for an F10 score screen, I guess. And he goes for a random third. I don't like this. Just commit to the Baneling bust. Just fully send it, because you're wasting so many minerals. Just go for it. You don't even need this base. Although I guess if it doesn't end the game, it would be nice to have it. Now B-Breed does have a tank already, and that's gonna make this Baneling bust pretty difficult. However, if Timbo just busts through, surrounds the tank, then B-Breed won't have a whole lot behind this. Does spot that tank with the scouting circling, so Timbo gonna need to plan accordingly. The way to do this is to send one lane maybe up here, one lane up here, and let them go all together. Kind of get fire at the forward lane. And it'll just help soak up some damage, but Timbo, what are you waiting for? The second tank gonna come out, and that's gonna put a dampener on this build pretty quickly. And look at this positioning. I think that was an accident, but that is a very scary spot. It would be virtually impossible for Lings to break that. And now, however, there are 2 sieged tanks, and Timbo has waited too long. There is virtually 0 chance this works. Battlecruiser is out. He has only 2 queens, and that's it. GG.